3%. That's where UK inflation just landed. And every headline is celebrating, like we won. I'm Hamid, and I'm about to show you why this number is hiding something dangerous. If you've got savings, a mortgage, or you buy food, you need to hear this. The Office for National Statistics released their latest figures on March 25th. CPI inflation fell from 3.4% down to 3%. The media ran with it. Inflation cooling, they said. But here's what they didn't tell you. Core inflation, the one that strips out volatile energy and food prices, barely moved at all. Here's what actually pushed inflation down. Energy bills fell 7% in April thanks to the off-gem price cap dropping. Petrol prices dipped temporarily, and last year's comparison base was high, making this year look better. But strip those out, services inflation is still running above 5%. That's the stuff you actually pay for every single day. Most people don't know this. The Bank of England doesn't just watch the headline number, they watch services inflation like a hawk. And at 5.1%, it's double their target. Restaurant bill, insurance premiums, rent, haircuts, everything you can't import cheaply is getting more expensive. This is the number keeping Andrew Bailey up at night. Here's where it gets scary. The Iran conflict is pushing oil prices up. Brent crude has climbed above $90 a barrel, and energy analysts at Cornwall Insight are now forecasting energy bills to hit £1,929 from July. That's an 18% surge. The temporary drop in your energy bills? It's about to reverse hard. Let me show you the energy bill timeline. Right now, you're paying £1,641 annually. From July, that jumps to £1,929. By October, Cornwall Insight warns it could hit £2,064. You're saving money for 3 months. Then you're paying more than you were before. This is the calm before the storm. And it gets worse. Mortgage rates just hit 5.84% for a 2-year fix. That's the biggest single-month jump since Liz Truss crashed the market with her mini-budget. 1.8 million fixed-rate deals expired this year. If yours is one of them, you could be paying £200 to £400 more every single month. This is a payment shock hitting millions of families. Here's the truth. The Bank of England is stuck. They want to cut rates, they really do. But with services inflation at 5% and energy bills about to surge, cutting rates would be reckless. 90% of economists surveyed by Reuters expect rates to hold at 3.75% on April 30th. Some analysts are even pricing in a rise to 4.25%. Rate cuts? Forget about it for now. Let's be real about food. The ONS says food inflation is 4.2%, but walk into any supermarket and you know it feels worse than that. Shrinkflation is everywhere. Your packet of biscuits is 20% lighter. Your ready meals are smaller. Professor Jack Monroe at Loughborough University tracks budget food inflation. And for the cheapest products, price rises are running at 80%, double the headline. Nobody tells you this. Trump's tariffs are about to make inflation worse. A 10% baseline tariff on UK goods is already in place. Steel and aluminium at 25%, and pharmaceutical tariffs up to 100% are coming from July. The Resolution Foundation estimates this could add 0.3% to UK inflation by autumn, just when you thought it was getting better. Here's what changed everything in how I think about inflation. The headline CPI number is an average, but nobody lives an average life. The Institute for Fiscal Studies published research showing that low-income households experience inflation at 4.5% because they spend more on food and energy. Higher earners feel it less because they spend on services and discretionary items. 3% inflation is a fiction for most families. Imagine this. Your wages are growing at 5.9%. Inflation is at 3%. That means real wages are up nearly 3%. Sounds great, right? Wrong. Because national insurance contributions went up, council tax is up 5%, water bills are up 5.4%. The Resolution Foundation calls it the triple hit. After taxes and bills, the average working household is actually £500 worse off this month. Coming up in the next few months, everything converges. Energy bills surge 18% in July. Trump tariffs fully kick in. The Bank of England decides on rates April 30th. UK firms are already planning 3.5% price rises according to Morningstar survey data. My prediction? Inflation bounces back above 3.5% by autumn. The celebration is premature. So, what do you actually do? Here are 5 moves to make right now. Number 1. Max out your ISA. You've got a fresh £20,000 allowance. Cash ISAs are paying 4.57%. That's above inflation. Your money grows tax-free. Number 2. Fix your mortgage now before rates go higher. If your deal expires in the next 12 months, start shopping today. Every week you wait could cost you hundreds. Number 3. Switch your energy provider. Even though the cap applies to all, different tariffs and fixed deals can save you £200 a year. Do it before July. Number 4. Invest in inflation-beating assets. Index-linked gilts. FTSE 100 dividend stocks yielding 4.4% or premium bonds at 3.3%. Your cash in a current account is losing value every single day. Number 5. Review every subscription. The average UK household wastes £40 a month on forgotten subscriptions. Here's the silver lining. While inflation stays elevated, savings rates are also high. Right now, easy access accounts pay 4.75%. 1-year fixed pays 4.8%. That's genuinely above inflation for the first time in years. The FSCs now protect up to £120,000 per institution. Spread your savings across 2 or 3 banks and you've got £360,000 protected. That's a game changer. Let me bring these all together. 3% inflation is not a victory. It's a pause. Energy bills are about to surge. Tariffs are adding pressure. The Bank of England can't cut rates. And the real inflation you feel is probably higher than 3% anyway. But if you act now, you can get ahead of it. Max your ISA, fix your mortgage, invest in inflation beaters, and stop leaving money in accounts that pay nothing. Knowledge is your best hedge against inflation. If this opened your eye, smash that subscribe button and hit the bell. I break down exactly what's happening with your money every single week. No fluff, no filler, just the numbers that matter. Drop a comment. What's hitting your wallet hardest right now? Energy bills, mortgage rates, or food prices? I read every single comment. Let's decode wealth together.